power play will be crucial with the ball. Talking about George Thomas just now. Saw him score brilliant half-century in the first game. He's a big hitter. Plays strong cricketing strokes. Important for him and Shazeb to get the team to a good start.
Correct me if I'm wrong, we haven't really seen any spinners with the new ball. That's usually the case, but we see in international T20s, there are lots of spinners who take the new ball. Yet to find one here. It's all been fast bowlers.
Yeah, they've been trying to just get early wickets with that ball. See if it will swing around early. What we have seen is very quickly out of the power plays, the spinners coming on and being quite effective in the majority of the matches, either slowing the run rate down and as a result of that, wickets. But yeah, you're spot on. We haven't seen them be bold enough to get the spinners on early. Imran Tahir. And the school kids, of course, part of the play and learning activities here. Get an opportunity to play with the mentors during the breaks.
Yeah, it happens here every day. In the innings break, these kids from various schools come around and they play a bit of mini cricket with the mentors, and then they get this brief talking session just to get to know their superstars well. They gather in big numbers after playing a quick game. It's an amazing opportunity for them to be eye to eye with the players that they love watching.
When I was out there earlier preparing for the pitch report, I saw one of the mentors being mentored. In a discussion with Javed Miandad and being told how to get the googly as best as possible. Wonder how much of that information and he was having from Javed Miandad that he's passed on to those youngsters. But yeah, again, talk about the structure of this tournament and the idea behind it. It's fantastic for these young kids, the cricketers themselves, to be subjected to the greats of the game.
Yeah, Javed Miandad, one of the best batters against spin. And there he is. He gave one tip. He said, you know, don't show your stumps to the spinner. That irritates them a lot. Just cover the whole stumps. And he says, use of feet. If you don't have that, you can never play spin. It's to improvise. Very street smart. It's to work the ball around, milk the bowlers, play ones and twos. He wasn't the maximum hitter, but he did when it was required. That famous Sharjah 6. That's his trademark.
He was nodding his head all the way through that clip, was Imran Tahir.
Yeah, Javed Miandad, the league mentor. First over gone, 3 for no loss. Have a look at that. Razak almost run a ball. Irfan exactly run a ball. That was a problem. Imran Farhat had come out during the drinks break and just had a harsh word or stern word with the batters. And that's when you saw 24 not out of 13. And that came in off the surface. And of course, when you're 67 after 12 overs and only 2 wickets down, the question will be asked. What is the plan? What are you playing for? Johan Mane. He didn't open for them. He's been the opener for the previous 2 games today. But he's bowling the new ball.
Just getting a bit of shape early. Mane doesn't have a lot of pace. Yeah, he's just got a nice little shape into the left-hander, which would be away, of course, to the right-hander. Third man and sweeper on the offside are the boundary riders. Get the single, all the fielders up in the circle on the leg side, so he'll be making sure that he gets that ball well outside the off stump.
Because I wanted to know, out of the 6 games that we've seen, 5 have been won by sides chasing. And Royals are right on top of the table. Can they do it batting first? And can they do it without Basit Ali? In the air, that's a half-hearted shot. He didn't really get it on the bat. Didn't complete the shot. Just lands in the vacant zone. A couple of runs added.
Now look how far it's gone, and as you say, he hasn't completed the shot, and I think it's probably just stopped in the surface. Talked about Mane not having as much pace as the majority of the bowlers that have opened the bowling in the competition. Just imagine if he had gone with the full flurry of the bat, that would have gone a long way. And I think just something for the batsman to have in the back of his mind. The fact that the ball probably not quite coming onto the bat as we've seen.
For margin of error is very slim. Margin of error is very slim. You go offline, you'll be put away. Be put away.
Yeah, that's not the right line. He knows that he's getting the ball to swing back a long way. He's got to ensure after the swing has happened, that's not the right line. Roundabout, he knows that he's getting the ball to swing back a long way. Fifth stump line. He's got to ensure after the swing has happened, that's not the right line. Roundabout, he knows that he's getting the ball to swing back a long way. Fifth stump line. He's got to ensure after the swing has happened, that's not the right line.
So coming back to that, I was supporting the Royals, saying just want to see if they can win a game batting first. They've struggled to put a score. It's 145, but you just get a feeling if they can bowl well, they can win this. Shot. I mean, he hits the ball hard.
Stand and deliver. He's barely moved an inch himself. He just got himself in the position before the ball was bowled as trigger movement. And then he has just smashed that through the offside. It's well played. That's the kind of player that he is. George Thomas.
He had all the time in the world to play that. He's holding the bat high, just having a look, holding his shot for a moment. And then bang. And he didn't really get up. So in the first game, George Thomas and Shazim had a 103-run partnership with just 69 balls between them. So just like you got Basit Ali early, if you get Thomas early, that's the time when you can start putting the pressure. That would be the key.
That was the boundary early on with the ball sliding down the leg side. Yeah, it's a good bumper, unfortunately, just a bit too high. What you were talking about George Thomas and the partnership he had with Shazeb in that first game. He's shown that when the field is spread as well, Sikandar has the ability to clear the boundaries. So, very dangerous player. Can take advantage of the fielders in the circle early, but also once the field spread, can still get those boundaries.
Catcher is the call, but it'll be wide off the fielder at mid-on. Well, I totally second that, because what happens is when this field is spread out, he hits the ball so hard. I've seen on more than one occasion the boundary rider just couldn't get to the ball. He just had to run, I don't know, a few yards to his right and left. With him, you probably notice that the circle field is also at the edge of the 30-yard marker. They're allowing themselves that enough time to field that, because the ball just comes to them at rapid pace. Look at that. They're just trying to be at the edge of 30 yard. They probably walk from outside and come in by the time delivery is coming in. Changes in the field. Fine leg comes in. And square leg is pushed back. Well, you got chances to win prizes here, and why not with Osaka batteries? Junior Skajanoon contest, like the Facebook page, answer the trivia, get a chance to win exciting prizes. This time it's Shazeb. It was too full. Just went with the full swing of the bat, cleared the circle, and then the ball is on its way.
Calculated stroke, over-pitched, whipped outside the off stump. He knows, if I just get enough bat on it, nobody back on the offside. Hit myself a boundary, that's well played. Doesn't try to force it.
The only worry for Warriors would be that they're a very good bowling unit, yes. These two, Shazeb and Thomas, have got good form. They hit the ball hard. They've used the power play well. It's their middle order has been letting them down. And they'll have to step up today whenever required. That's a wide again. They'll basically take the game home.
Another look at that stroke a couple of deliveries ago. Fantastic work from the buggy cam.
He's playing with fire, bowling that line. The fine leg is in. Gets it any finer, that'll be a boundary. 3 gone, 22 for no loss. There you are, the Royals right on top. 2 out of 2. So are the Kawada Sharks. Just a little weak in that net run rate compared to the #1 team. And then you come down, Hyderabad Hunters and Gujranwala Giants will have to get a win going. They need to start their account on the points table soon. It's a single league basis league tournament where each team plays the other once. Top 4 will qualify for the playoffs. And he will keep hitting boundaries. He just makes it look so easy, effortless.
Sikandar, effortless is the word. Look at that again. Minimal foot movement, but look where he's hit the ball. He's made sure the ball's gone right under his eyes. and then just opens the face to get it through the gap. Total control of the stroke. Boundary early.
He likes space, so he times it very well. I will be very interested if some team can come up with a spin bowler. It's maybe a left arm spinner who can bowl the new ball. I want to see how he plays against him, because he's still going to play his natural game. He's going to go hard. Does that worry him? Is it that the ball would tend to skid on? And since he has very little foot movement, as you said, you might find a gateway into the stumps. Again, the ball just seems to be holding a bit in the surface, so he's just not arriving as Thomas would expect. Again, you feel that he got into his shot a little early. The next batter's in. Fan moment. Shahid Afridi is probably clicked a billion selfies with people who are still will give time to his fans. Top edge. This should be taken. You want to win this? Don't drop it. Oh. Well, tell me.
Ali Razak, this is pretty simple. Hasn't had the greatest time in the field. No, simple catch. Really should have been taken. He's annoyed, Nathan Edwards, and you can understand why. It's a big wicket. Shazab.
Wow, that was hit hard. Good that Edward got his boot away. 4 gone, 32 for no loss.
Insult to injury. He's come around the wicket because a bit of width from the 2 deliveries he's bowled from over, being dispatched through the offside. This is 2 full and straight. And back past the bowler. Good over 10 from it.
You see the comparison there between the two sides. Far superior, the Mardan Warriors. 32 for no loss at this stage. And if they extract, say, around 50 of the power play, I think they've done the job. Because we have 146 to win, and you've seen the new ball off. You've got yourself 50, more than quarter of the chase out of the way. You're good. Again, fast bowlers being offered to George Thomas. I would like to see spin. I don't know if you second that or not, but you got to take the pace off at some stage, and it's got to do it quickly.
I think the mind of the captain, Sikandar, is we've got 1 new ball, and let's try and get as much as we can out of that. If the ball is going to swing around a little bit under lights, see if we can try and get 1 or 2 early wickets with that pace. Mohammad Zishan coming into the attack. Impressed me in the second game that he played. Bowled with fire, aggression, good areas, and got the ball to swing away from the right-handers a little bit. Big, strong, fast bowler. He's got to be the biggest boy that we've got in this competition.
Again, upish in the air, but just passes the vacant area for a boundary.
Now this is what you were talking about, Sikandar. In fact, that pace
Upish
coming onto the
in
bat.
the air, but just passes the vacant area
about momentum
for a boundary.
He's just literally blocked that. Now this is what you had gone into the gap about, Sikandar. Raced away to the boundary. Pace coming onto the bat.
In the air, but just passes the vacant area
about
You just
momentum.
for
Get
a
a
boundary.
feeling
That it is
literally
getting stuck in the
blocked. Now
surface
this is
a
what
little bit, because that catch that was dropped and the shot before that from George Thomas is just that they came into the shot a little early. They were expecting the ball to come onto the bat, but it just holds a fraction of a second, and then it hits you high on the bat or low. You usually get the toe end of the bat, the ball is just not arriving.